regular session of the Senate in the 19th Congress of the Philippines. It is hereby called to order.
The Senate started the week with an enthusiastic tribute to Filipino athletes, celebrating their remarkable achievements and the national pride they brought home from the 2024 Paris Olympics. This was alongside the passage of several proposed national and local measures approved on third and final reading. The Chamber adopted 3 resolutions conferring the Senate Medal of Excellence to Filipino gymnast Carlos Yulo for his 2 gold medals in men's floor and vault exercises, and Filipina boxers Nesty Petesio for her bronze medal in the 57-kilogram women's boxing event, and Ira Villegas for her bronze medal in the 50-kilogram women's boxing event at the 2024 Paris Olympics. The Senate also adopted Senate Resolution number 134, resolution congratulating and commending the Philippine delegation, the Philippine Olympic Committee, and the Philippine Sports Commission for a historic and successful campaign at the Olympics. Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero, in his speech, thanked the athletes for bringing honor and pride to the country.
Your success has not only brought honor to our nation, but has also cemented the Philippines' position as the top-performing Southeast Asian country since the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. From all of us senators present, the entire Filipino nation, we salute you for your dedication, for your sacrifice and stunning triumph. Mabuhay ang Team Philippines, mabuhay ang atletang Pilipino.
Senators also voted unanimously to pass on final reading Senate Bill number 2450, known as the Blue Economy Bill, and Senate Bill number 2780, the proposed Loss and Damage Fund Board Act. 5 local bills were also approved on final reading by the Senate, aimed at establishing and upgrading hospitals in various parts of the country. In addition, the Senate passed the bill declaring February 21 as Araw ng Marinduque, a special working holiday to commemorate the founding anniversary of the province of Marinduque, and Senate Bill number 2690, or the Bacoor Assembly of 1898 Act. The Senate ratified and adopted the Bicameral Conference Committee report on the proposed Philippine Maritime Zones Act introduced by Senate Majority Leader Francis Tol Tolentino. Senator J.V. Ejercito steered the second reading passage of Senate Bill number 2620, amending the Universal Healthcare Act. The bill seeks to lower the contributions of PhilHealth members. The Senate also approved on second reading House Bill number 7502, 8122, and 8292, which aims to establish multi-species marine hatcheries in the municipalities of Argao in Cebu, Santa Catalina in Ilocos Sur, and Tabina in Zamboanga del Sur, sponsored by Senator Cynthia Villar. Several local measures were also approved on second reading, including 5 local holiday bills, namely House Bill number 3978, Marikina City Day; House Bill number 3964, Kabadbaran Day; House Bill number 3963, Benguet Day; House Bill number 925, Araw ng Pasig; House Bill number 2961, Antipolo City Day; and House Bill number 3977, Araw ng Sibugay. Senators also approved on second reading 15 local school bills that seek to establish, separate, and rename schools in Davao Oriental, Cavite, Zamboanga del Sur, Camarines Sur, and Zamboanga del Norte, sponsored by Senator Win Gatchalian. Senate Deputy Minority Leader Risa Hontiveros delivered a privileged speech addressing the whereabouts of dismissed Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo, revealing that Guo left the country in July.
Mr. President, kung hindi po natin ito gawan ng paraan as an institution, as a country, parang nagpasampal tayo sa dayuhang ito na paulit-ulit ni sinaula ang ating mga batas, patakaran at proseso. Salamat po, Mr. President.
Senate Minority Leader Aquilino Coco Pimentel III commemorated the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the Philippines and the UAE. Senator Robin Hood Padilla expressed hope for stronger ties between the two countries. Senator Amy Marcos sponsored Senate Resolution numbers 1145, a resolution concurring in the ratification of the International Labor Organization Convention number 81, 1148, a resolution ratifying the the host country agreement with the International Fund for Agricultural Development for its country office in the Philippines, 1147 and 1146, which seeks Senate concurrence in the ratification of the Convention on Mutual Administrative Assistance in Tax Matters, and the treaty between the Philippines and Canada on the transfer of sentenced persons respectively. Marcos also sponsored Senate Bill number 2766, or the Comprehensive Anti-Discrimination Act. Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo introduced in plenary Senate Bill number 2789, National Athletes and Coaches Benefits and Incentives Act. Senator Pia Cayetano sponsored Senate Bill number 2793, or the Philippine Natural Gas Industry Development Act. Senator Robin Hood Padilla introduced in plenary Senate Bill number 1616, declaring November 7 as Sheikh Karim ul Maktoum Day. The Chamber also continued deliberations on various proposed key legislations, including Senate Bill number 2762, or the Create More Bill sponsored by Senator Win Gatchalian, Senate Bill number 2771, or the National Water Resources Management Bill of Senator Loren Legarda, Senate Bill number 2779, which seeks to further amend the Agricultural Tarification Act sponsored by Senator Cynthia Villar, Senate Bill number 1979, the proposed Prevention of Adolescent Pregnancy Act, sponsored by Senator Risa Hontiveros, and Senate Bill number 2474, or the proposed PNP Forensic DNA Database Act, sponsored by Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. In a privileged speech, Senate Deputy Minority Leader Risa Hontiveros highlights the pressing need for the Senate to pass legislation expanding the grounds for the dissolution of marriage. Senate Majority Leader Francis Tol Tolentino manifested his support on the plan of the government to allow refugees from Afghanistan and Palestine to seek temporary shelter in the country. Senators Robin Hood Padilla and Risa Hontiveros echoed this call. The standing committees of the Senate also had a busy week addressing various proposed measures, including the proposed 2025 national budget. Senator Grace Poe led the Committee on Finance deliberation on the proposed 2025 budgets of the Department of Budget and Management, amounting to 3.19 billion pesos, and the proposed 2.037 billion pesos of the Office of the Vice President. The Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, led by Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, began deliberations on amending provisions of Republic Act No. 10591, the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act. Senator Juan Miguel Mix F. Zubiri led the Committee on Economic Affairs discussion on proposals seeking to establish a special defense economic zone and to strengthen the authority of the Freeport area of Bataan. The Committee on Public Information and Mass Media, chaired by Senator Robin Hood Padilla, continued its hearing on TV networks and artist management agencies' policies regarding abuse and harassment complaints, hearing testimonies from Sandro Mulak and Gerald Santos about sexual abuse. Senator J.V. Ejercito chaired the hearing of the Ways and Means Subcommittee on proposal calling for an enhanced fiscal regime for the Philippines mining industry, while Senator Raffy Tulfo resumed the Committee on Public Services hearing on the proposed Fair Traffic Apprehension Act. The Special Oversight Committee on the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, chaired by Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Ejercito Estrada, reviewed the impact of the RCEP on various sectors and industries. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa's Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs continued its inquiry into a Philippine National Police operation at the Kingdom of Jesus Christ premises. Senator Joel Villanueva's Committee on Labor, Employment, and Human Resources Development conducted a public hearing on measures to protect workers' welfare. The Committee on Social Justice, Welfare, and Rural Development, led by Senator Amy Marcos, examined the government's response to inflation and rising food prices. Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo criticized the Department of Finance's decision to transfer 89.9 billion pesos in excess PhilHealth funds to the National Treasury for unprogrammed appropriations during a joint hearing of the Senate Committee on Health and Demography and the Committee on Finance. Meanwhile, Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero also took time to meet officials and members of transport groups, manibela and pagkakaisa ng mga samahan ng tsuper at operator nationwide or PISTON regarding the Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program. According to Escudero, the program still has many ambiguities that need to be resolved before compelling drivers and operators to comply with it. Meanwhile, the Commission on Appointments has confirmed the ad interim appointment of Hans Leo Kakdak as Department of Migrant Workers Secretary.